If you didn't hear, Hunter Biden has been spending probably a lot of time at the White House. And the reason why I say that is, if you remember correctly, I said probably the grossest thing ever. It had to do with a hooker and cocaine and buttholes and stuff. I don't even like saying that word again, but just talking a little bit about Hunter Biden and what he does. Anyway, if you didn't hear this week, the Secret Service found out that they found out there's cocaine in the West Wing. They have found traces of cocaine. I believe it was in the carpet of the West Wing. According to NBC, they reported saying the cocaine was found in an entrance area between the foyer and the lower level lobby. The sources said the entrance is near where some vehicles, like the vice president's limo or SUV, park. It's one floor below the main West Wing offices and the same floor as the Situation and dining room area. We had the 4th of July this last week, and it's pretty much the most important day in America for the year. And if you forgot to give someone a gift for America's birthday, I have a belated gift idea for you. My sponsor for this episode, which is Gulag America. Now, it's a tradition to get gifts for each other on their birthdays, but why not America's birthday? This 4th of July, I have partnered with Gulag America, the perfect 4th of July present for friends and family. Gulag America is an apparel company with high quality clothing and designs for the best patriots. Gulag America features clothing with classic designs. They have things that are kind of a little bit more staples, like the Don't Tread on Me, as well as some more modern and kind of new stuff with pronouns that are kind of ironic and funny. I'm going to be wearing one of those, I believe in Spanish, because I speak Spanish. I love Spanish. I'm going to be wearing one in Spanish in a few days that I'll be showing off. I'm very excited to be partnered with them. Right now, if you go to gulagamerica.com and use my code JoshCar10, you will get 10% off at Gulag America. They have shirts, they have hoodies. I love the hoodies. They're super cool. I'm going to actually put a picture up on my social media with one of the hoodies that I'm probably going to grab. Again, that is JoshCar10 for 10% off at gulagamerica.com. So this is pretty, I mean, this, like, it's news. Like, I don't know if this has ever happened. I've never heard of this in my lifetime, but it's not like as big of a deal as people are probably letting it on to be. Just being like totally honest, we don't know where it came from. I know I'm joking that it's Hunter Biden, but I mean, it really could be Hunter Biden, but we don't really know. Like, one of the things that I wanted to highlight in this is how bad Karine Jean-Pierre, if you don't know who Karine Jean-Pierre is, she is the White House press secretary. She is so bad at her job. And I'm not trying to be mean. It's just true though. Like, if for anyone that knows PR, public relations, they ask her questions and all she says is she just refers them to other people. It's so bad. I don't understand. She doesn't do her job. She doesn't answer people's questions. Every time she just says, "Oh, I'm going to need to refer you to someone else." And so that's what happened this week. We had someone in a press conference reach out to Karine Jean-Pierre and they said, "Hey, what's up with the cocaine?" And all she said was, "The Secret Service is going to have to speak to that because it's their deal." It's like, that's why we came to you. That's why we have a White House press secretary. That's why we have press conferences. And this happened in the White House. So why can you not speak on it? She is so bad at her job. I do not understand. And it's not just this way with this incident. It's this way with so many. I mean, like, I can, it like hurts me as someone who's like in media to watch her get in front of reporters like every other day, and for 10 minutes she just tells them, "Oh, you can reach out to the National Archives about that. You can reach out to the FBI about that." We understand. Like, we know we can reach out to other people. We're asking you. We want to know what the White House is saying. We want to know what Joe Biden's administration is saying about that. I don't imagine that she is going to make it to the end of Joe Biden's presidency. She might. If he gets reelected, there's no way she'll be on for another term with him. She's just so bad at her job. And Jen Psaki, who was the press secretary before her, lasted like a year and a half. So I just don't anticipate her lasting much longer than a year and a half. I also think, I mean, you think about Joe Biden and what he does, you think about the things that she has to deal with on a daily basis. To her credit as well, like I wouldn't want to be in that job, that position. It's a pretty good career boost. So like if you didn't know about Jen Psaki was the White House press secretary, but then when she stepped down, she went to MSNBC and had a really lucrative deal with them, and that's not super uncommon. We saw it with uh, I'm trying to think of her name. In any case, there's a lot of Fox News hosts that were once press secretaries for either Bush or Trump, and they make a lot of money at Fox. So in many cases, it can be kind of that career boost. But I don't know if that's going to happen with Karine Jean-Pierre because of how bad her job is. Maybe because she's somehow the most historic person in the world, as she points out herself as a black lesbian, then maybe she'll be able to go work for MSNBC as well. But I wouldn't envy being in her position. It's definitely a hard job of doing it for Joe Biden. Is got to be as tough as it gets for all of the gaffes that he has every single day. Talking a little bit more to the cocaine in the White House, it's important to know, and I want to be fair about this story. Visitors to the White House come through this area all the time. This is like the most common area, kind of where they're coming in and out. And so there's speculation going around that it was Hunter Biden that did this, and it could have been. He's, to be fair, the only people that we know come to the White House so far that have actively used cocaine is Hunter Biden. So I think it's fair to say that he would be suspect number one because we don't know of anyone else that has a long history of using cocaine, going to the White House and having strong connections there. But in all fairness, it could have been any visitor to the White House. They could have tracked it in on their shoes. So we really don't know. But it is kind of funny, especially in the wake of him being convicted for some of his crimes. Um, Something interesting about this. So Biden was actually at Camp David when this happened. And you can kind of, this is kind of pattern that you see with Biden. You can pretty much always count on Biden to be on vacation when something happens at the White House. It happens so often. It seems like he spends at least like 50% of the time either at Camp David or his Delaware house, which are pretty much just his two main vacation spots. And it's pretty ironic. The thing that was going through my mind, the first thing I thought of was what if Biden, Joe Biden, was at Camp David with family, as a lot of presidents do at Camp David, and what if he was there with Hunter Biden when this story broke? That would be funny. I could just picture Joe Biden he's just reading the newspaper or something, sees it on the New York Times or on NBC or something, and he like turns to Hunter like, "Did you do this?" And he's like, "No, like I didn't do this." But just the image of Joe Biden, like I bet it crossed his mind. Oh, that cocaine like could have come from Hunter, and the fact that he possibly could have been with Hunter when the story broke is freaking funny. But at the end of the day, like they said, we're probably not going to know. I'm not surprised if they found out who it was. I don't know why they'd feel incentivized at all to release that information. If it's a random person, I don't know why they would release that. If it's Hunter Biden, they of course would not release that. And there's a few conservatives who are kind of up in arms about that fact. But you know what? Who cares? Like, it really just doesn't matter. If it was Hunter Biden, we already know he's a cokehead. Like, it just kind of is. So that was just kind of a funny story of the week that I want to share with everyone.